They only hit you when it's beneficial. Safe to say we beneficial. I remember when my rap name was my initials. Critical times call for critical rhymes. Lines on how I divide and conquer to get mine. On this conquest for lyrical content, I might just.
Yes, sir. Sir, we're back. We're back in action. What's up? What's up?
Let's talk about that Soul Train, man. How'd you come up with that title? That's a good segue to get into.
Soul Train. How did I come up with that? I don't know, man. Honestly, bro, I just play the beat a bunch of times until I just think of something that's simple but makes sense. And Soul Train, it just made too much sense. Like samples there, it sound like it. Soul Train.
Yeah. After you said it, I'm like, yo, that's perfect.
Yeah.
No, salute Andre Rashad, man. Salute Caleb.
Most definitely salute Andre Rashad.
That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. It's literally a match made in heaven.
Right.
For sure. I'm trying to wait for my brother, for Mike to get in here. He was just in here. I told him, he said he was gonna be in here. I might have to shoot him a text in a few. But he'll drop a comment. I'm gonna keep talking about here 5 minutes or something. Here you go. He said he back. All right, boom.
We back.
All right, man. I hate to tell you to do this, you know what I'm saying? But real quick, you know, we gonna get back and we gonna finish chopping it up with 4,000 questions.
All right, bro.
Boom.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
My bad.
Are you good about it? Yo, where'd he go?
Man, it's been a day.
No, I feel
it's been a day, but we live. What's going on, boss?
Man, it's all good, man. It's super high energy, super high vibes right now, bro, to say the least.
That's what's up, bro.
How's everything all the way over there, bro? Where you at right now?
Man, it's a life out here, man. But it's good though. I can't complain. It's you know, I'm still here, so I can't ask for nothing more, man. You know what I'm saying? Just taking it easy with this life until, you know, things happen, because it's a wild time we're in right now. So I'm just trying to, like you say, bro, like your last part, stay up.
For sure. That's what we are. Hey, salute my boy Garth in the comments.
Garth Chocolate. What's up?
A legend right there.
For real. Shoot,
but
man.
Bro, how you you settled in though over there now? Everything good, or you still getting adjusted?
Well, it's a trip, man. Like with I mean, of course, from COVID and everything, like it's been a whole adjustment this whole last year. But in terms of like, you know, footing per se out here, I guess you could say like it's my official third year, like being out here legit. So I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty settled. You know, I mean, it's still new stuff on the regular, but for the most part, nothing too different. You know, just a little. You know, just a little. You gotta maneuver. You know, so
most definitely.
Nothing too wild. So
most definitely, man.
Yeah, man. So, what about you? How things over there on the East Coast, man? I ain't been peeping too much of it, but you know, I try to peep in there because life different, man. That's a lot of stuff you don't hear about over there anymore. At least when you come over here. So hope things over there straight, man.
Man, I'm in the crib with it. You feel me? I'll go out to see the girl. I chill with the homies, you know what I mean? But other than that, bro, my dad, he been like pushing this whole vaccine thing because he just got his second shot today. But you know, that's a whole different conversation that we not gonna have on here.
Hey, I feel exactly where you're coming from, bro.
No one's there. So I mean, other than that, bro, it's just for me. I'm navigating through this post college life. You know, that's been one of the most interesting things for me going on. But other than that, it's like with the pandemic. And, you know, as bad as everything is, you know, because it's terrible. But for me personally and what's going on for me, this gives me a chance to really, like, kind of tap back into myself. You know what I mean? So I got nothing but time now. You feel me? Well, you know, everything's still going on, but I'm in here. I'm just studying stuff. You know what I mean? And then I get a chance to tap in and work on music the way I want to. And I just finished the project. Usually when I finish, I'm like, okay, I'm on my mini vacation, whatever. I don't feel like that. I feel like I want to get right back in and just keep going, you know. So I'm just out here living, bro, and just trying to keep everything going. Because, you know, you sitting in the crib all day, that can easily, like, become deteriorate
Yeah.
your mental health, you know.
Yeah,
So
man.
I'm trying to just keep it moving, and stuff like this is what's up with it, man. Even though it's like the weirdest situation ever, but it's helping me get through everything.
Now I feel that, man. It's like it's dope that you always on to the next thing because I mean life don't stop.
Yeah,
Especially for somebody that that's chasing something that you chasing. You got a goal. A lot of people ain't really chasing nothing, so it's easy to go with it. But like you said, for somebody that's hungry, that stays hungry. Like I said, with the album, bro, Goodfellas is. Like I said, if I had a hat on, I'd take it off. I got a hood, so we're gonna take the hood off. Y'all gonna see how scrappy I am right now, too. Like talk
that's
about
it.
album mode. But but yeah, man, it's dope. Like just to see somebody still going and being able to like you said, you studying, you still progressing. You know what I'm saying? And it's that growth that like you said, in a situation like COVID and whatnot, like you gotta draw what's good from it.
For
So
sure.
that's the only way, at least for me. You gonna stay sane because you got to stay sane with all of this going on. Like you said, people, stuck in the house and whatnot. And I mean, if you somebody like me, I got to go outside at least once. So
Yeah,
it's one of those things where it's like, like I said, that adjustment, just knowing how to maneuver. The fact that, you still maneuvering through this life and, you're not stopping, your journey, regardless of what life may throw you. That's some humbling stuff. And that's inspiring, bro. That's on all levels. Just, the fact that, you got people that still pushing because it's times like this. These are trying times, so it's dope, bro. Like that's all I can really say. Nothing
as
but positivity, man.
as creatives, it's important to keep creating. As simple as that is, you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
really, when it comes to it, when any situation, just like anybody in the creative space, like people look at they comedians. Comedians are gonna make you laugh about everything that's going on. So we here to kind of narrate and paint a different kind of picture. So with this album, I feel like I got a chance to really just sit down, bro, and it was like a spiritual process almost. You know what I mean? 'Cause I felt like everything was just it was so clear for me. You know what I mean? And I wanted to just make something that people could look at bigger than music. So that's why I'm labeling it as an art piece. I don't really call it an album. I got to, I guess, because it is, but it's an art piece.
no, fact. That's factuals, man. Because like you and Versace, like, and shout out Versace too, because like the fact that like y'all was in tune throughout the whole project. Like from when I first gave it a listen, like I was in the car. Of course, most places or most cases, I'm in the car when I'm listening to something new. You send me something, all right. Let me take it to the whip. So, man, I listen to it, and like you said, masterpiece. That's a great way to describe it because it's I could tell that y'all were you know it was not only was it a different journey for you as an artist, but like you can see your growth within like just from what you're saying, the subject matter, and just how like a couple of beats. What was it that beat? I think you mentioned it. It
But
was
stepping on Versace beat.
Stepping on Versace. That's one of them. Then you had like how you did on like the Thousand Presidents.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, he taking it back. So
yeah.
like
Totally.
just it's in terms of the art, like just in terms of like artistry and like how you flowing, like you hitting different flows and you starting to like get real personal and talking about yourself, and it's like it's dope to see that like and I've been following your music for as long as I know you. I'm talking like
Yeah.
Bandcamp days. I
So
went
we
back
still,
there
look, I
like
finally, I wish my boy was in here though, but I finally like made money off Bandcamp with this project. You know what I'm saying? So that's
there you
like,
go.
that's a big deal for you to bring up Bandcamp like that.
Yeah, man. Nah, cause it's that growth, man.
Yeah.
It's that growth. That's what's up. Cause so I could tell like from the start to finish, bro. It was like it was a journey. I ain't gonna cap it. It really is some mob type, it's not mob type feel. So that's why it was cool. You can listen to it with a different palette for your ear. Like
Yeah, yeah. See,
it's
you
cool.
listen to the right words.
Yeah, so like to treat it as if that's how you took it, I can really at least try to put myself from where y'all was at, and like the beats, the production on that joint, like from the first track, like I'm back in my element, like that, that Cosby face, nah.
For
So
sure.
yeah, so it's hard, bro. Yeah, so
For sure. But I want to tap into that never too much real quick while I got you here, Man,
yeah,
that right there, like I was saying earlier, the Amazon truck, man. I remember I had probably had the beats. I don't know if he sent the beats on like a Wednesday, Thursday, but I was just like thinking about the beats in my head. It was Friday. It was summertime, man. Beautiful day, the sun out, but it's not too hot. You got the nice little breeze. And I just felt like Luther Vandross Never Too Much, bro. It's like one of my favorite songs, you feel me? So I was
Word.
like, I was doing this thing where cause like I said, I I knew I wasn't gonna have time to really lock in and write the way I wanted to because I gotta go to work the next day, or I'm gonna have little to no time to really focus. So I started writing down like song ideas. You feel me? And out of all of them I wrote, probably the only two that ended up sticking and becoming songs was Never Too Much and what was the other jump? Okay, Black Business. Those two stuck. So I wrote the lyric while I was on the Amazon truck. I'm not even really thinking about the beat, just thinking about what the concept was going to be. You know what I'm saying? Glory, hallelujah, Luther at a high volume is never too much. So from there, my idea, because I started off like me and Versace was talking about, I'm like, it ain't going to be no features. It's going to be like 7 to 8 songs. I was really thinking about Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo jump. Really, that's what I was inspired by. Him and Alchemist. That's like, 8 songs on there? Yeah. Flawless to me. You know what I mean? Really won't no room for a flaw. But like I say, the project continued to grow. And once I got put in, the situation where I was locking in, I knew that I was going to like attack that song different. So the day I wrote it, I pulled the beat up. Because usually, I'm not going to lie, I'm not somebody, when people send me beats, I don't really listen to the whole beat. I can just know what the vibe is. Because like even when I write, I kind of pause the beat. I listen to a certain amount, pause it, and I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? It sounds crazy, but the beat kind of loop in my head, you feel me? So I can just have time to just think about what I'm writing, and I'm not no distraction,
Right. You gotta let it marinate.
For sure. So I opened it up, I looked at the beat, I'm like, man, I'm not gonna rap on this whole beat, bro. There's no way. And not saying that I couldn't, but as a consumer, to hear my voice throughout that whole track, it wouldn't be the same, I feel like, as what it was. So I'm like, man.
Right.
Well, let me just rap.
I didn't mean to cut you off. It's cool to hear it's dope to hear this. Like, how you think it? Like, it's dope.
No, for sure, bro. That's what the $1 million conversation is, man. We ain't never did it like this one. But I sat down, bro, and I was like, okay, I'm going to just write it and see what happens. So I started penning the verse, whatever. And I was like, man, this joint is different. And when I finished, it was kind of like right where the beat had dropped out. I'm like, man, am I going to keep rapping on this? And I was like, because really with my verse, like, when I penned it, I'm like, yo, this is one of the hardest verses I ever wrote, straight up. So I'm like, man, I could just sit on it or I could keep adding to it. And I was like, man, well, if I keep going, that's nothing but a way for me to maybe take it down or either take it up. So, it's probably 4 o'clock. I'm eating at 5, 6 o'clock. So I'm like, man, I'm about to eat soon. I'm not really thinking about this no more. You know what I mean? So I had I wish my boy Jahar Leon was in here right now, but I sent it to him. I'm thinking of it all on the spot, bro. So
that's
I hit him on Instagram, bro, and like he's somebody that I was more so like just what's up. I never really had talked to him about music, but I always, I respected his pen a whole lot. I can tell that he care about lyrics the same way, when we talk about lyrics and real rappers and stuff like that. I know he care about it in that way. So I probably sent it to him on a Friday. And keep in mind, like, we had never had a conversation before. And I think that Monday he sent it back to me. Like, over the weekend, he sent me, like, the little voice memo just to make sure that it was, I guess, on brand with what the song was about. And, that was super different. Super different verse. And I feel like he captured the whole. I wish he was in here. I'm going to try to get him in here for the end because I got to get him to talk about that. But just with the overall, the concept and, with that being such, like, a spiritual verse, you know what I mean? It was crazy. So then I'm like, man, last verse, who am I going to call up? Man, I thought about it. And I'm saying it like I had a whole lot of options, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, it's only one way that I could go that would make sense. You know what I'm saying? So then I had sent the jump to you. And,
no word, man.
And this is the part where you come in and I guess you could finish off the story.
Like I said, I appreciate that, man. That's just to be on the track was like cool because it was like, oh, okay, you found some sort of way for me to fit in this, and I was like, hey, that's respect, But then I was listening to it. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like it took me a minute to write to it just because it was a lot.
Yeah,
y'all. It was dope because it was like, okay, I gotta soon as the track came on, like I know it's because it's funny. I had talked to Versace about it. Didn't even know I was like, we just talking and whatnot. And I think I had posted something. And I had mentioned it to Versace, and he didn't even know about it. And I was like, oh, okay, word. So it was funny. So it kind of caught both of us.
No, I think
But
it's funny, bro, because Jordan had did the same thing, bro. I won't tell him Versace who was on none of the songs until they had came back.
I thought I spoiled a surprise. I was like, oops. Yeah, like, but yeah, just when I heard it, like you started, like, as soon as you said your first bars, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I
I
try to
was
catch
like,
it on 0 seconds, the baby type
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, man, and that was cool. I was like, all right, he coming out the gates, and that was like just from what you were saying, it was like nah, it's you just speaking your piece, and I just felt like let me just go ahead and give it that I guess my take from what y'all are both kind of saying. Cause y'all were it was a journey. Like y'all all had y'all like both of y'all had y'all independent like lanes and where y'all were taking the listener. At least for y'all taking me when I was listening to
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
So you're like y'all had so much to say and like it was never too much because you were what I'm saying. So
Perfect title,
that
right?
like, what I'm saying, just for the art, because like you can never if you're an artist, artists most times have a lot to say. So if you put what you had to say and like again you and Versace and Jad, like again, shout out him too, because that was y'all made me rap, or not even rap. Y'all made me think is in terms of like, all right, like you just that third, you know what I'm saying? Like just that, like I just had the coast,
For sure.
So, but it was cool because I could really sit back and all right, let me see how I can blend, see how I can blend, but still kind of give y'all percept, the perspective y'all are trying to portray with the
Yeah,
song.
bring it all full circle.
Yeah, exactly, man. So it was dope. It was dope to be a part of, man.
Man, so what made you like approach it in that type of way? But like the more, because when I heard it, because I didn't know what to think. Like going in, I'm like, yo, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? 'Cause I tried to listen. I think I was gonna listen to it all the way through, but I probably ended up fast forwarding to your verse. 'Cause I was like, man, I forget it. I'll listen to it all the way through on second listen. I heard it and I was like, yo, it fits the whole aesthetic because it was like so soulful. You could feel like, I don't want to say the pain, but like the pain of it though, you know what I mean? How you was expressing it was just perfect. So what made you take that type of approach to it?
Yeah. I think like I guess what I was going through at the time, maybe like because when I first heard the song, it made me take my time.
Yeah.
It made me take my time. Like I listened to it a couple times, then a couple times turned into a lot, and then like got to a point where I could like I can kind of you can breathe, y'all. As heavy of a track as it was, like it was still room to breathe.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
most definitely.
Like because it was one of them tracks where you kind of gotta go back. Oh, let me catch what he said. Especially if you so into the song and like you want to make sure you digest it. Like I really was able to digest that track and kind of like okay, like I can not necessarily I don't have to rap, but let me kind of give it the different a different perspective in terms of all right, word he can say what he wants to say in terms of like rapping wise, but if you can bend the ear, that's what I kind of wanted to do. Bend the person's ear that's listening to the song. Like, oh, you're not going to expect Mike to rap, like, or not rap, but to, get a little soulful with it.
Yeah.
That's just what hit me, man. Like it just what came. I wish I could give you a definite answer, but like, I kind of just went with what I was feeling. I guess if I was feeling like I needed to go ahead and reach into the bag a little more, because it hit my soul, so I know it hit somebody else's.
Yeah,
So
man.
it kind of get like a not a church feel, but like a oh okay this is powerful. Like it was
Yeah,
powerful, man.
it's just
Like
that
that's it.
whole spiritual thing, brother. I feel like with the album, like in the concept of it, it just all fits perfect. And for that song, for me, I was thinking like, the crew cut wave, you know what I'm saying? Where they would have these big songs where, 3 artists would be on there. And I was just like, yo, this is just perfect. Caleb is finally in. Caleb, you missed it. I was talking about you earlier. We was just talking about Soul Train like maybe 15 minutes ago. But shout out to Caleb. But yeah, bro, you captured that perfect.
No, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, I'm just glad to be a part of the movement, man. Because there's one thing I will say too, like with the whole flow of the album, like it was on that Goodfellas. It kind of gave you a chance, like all right, like you kind of sitting, you relaxing at the table, with the good fellas.
For
You
sure.
you might have a cigar, puff a little bit, but it was kind of like, it was like, all right, we made it to the end, because it's kind of at the end of the album, so it kind of like was on that. Okay, now we about to recap. So I was like,
Exactly.
how can I recap the best way after what all of them said? Because it just felt, I just went with the feeling.
Yeah,
so
that's the best thing to do though, bro. Because to me that was one of my favorite songs, on the whole project. And if it all come together, because you the buzzer beater guy, you the Dame Lillard when it comes to any of my projects. You feel me? So I can count on you to give me a buzzer beater every time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what Kanye say, man, I come when you want, but I'm on time.
For sure. I always tell the story about the come up joke when wins and losses. When I think I put it out that Thursday at 10, maybe 12 hours, not even 12 hours, maybe like 8 hours before that is when I had your verse to go on, and I'm like, the album's coming out regardless. I had the verse, so I'm like, bet we good.
Yeah.
But it came, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm like, I can count on him. I just gotta remind him every once in a while. He got me.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get better at that. It's weird, man. Like, I'm not gonna cap. Sometimes, I'll have a time when I'm like, all right, let me do this. But then, like, I just listen to the joint over and over. And it's not even that I don't want to record it, but it's like, how, all right, I gotta be in the right mode.
Overwhelming feeling though, when it's like you get so stuck into it that you don't know what you're gonna say on it, for sure.
Yeah, man, exactly. So it's, I guess more so of a way to, retain the respect towards the art. Because it's like, I don't want to give you, if it's, because I'm the type of person where, if you tell me about such and such date, I got you. But if you give me enough time, well, I might just, like you said, you might have to give me a push. Hey, because I get so caught up into like, oh, this is, dang. And I forget, hold on, you got to put something on. So it's like, oh, yeah, man.
But yeah, bro, I appreciate you for saying that, for real though. Definitely. So my next question, this ain't like no public information, but when we dropping, man? That's my question.
Man, shoot. Matter of fact, that's a good question, because like, with life and all that stuff, kind of.
Yeah, it's a lot going on, man.
Sure. Yeah, when I came, like, it kind of like gave me a second to be able to, all right, let me, you see the drawing board behind me.
Yeah.
So like,
I ain't want to ask too many questions. I'll save it for the end though.
No, I feel it. So it's like it gave me a chance to really like, all right, let me lock in and see what's next. So like, I know we got a bunch of tracks in the vault now. So like, in terms of doing that, I'm really trying to get on the ball in terms of like just, all right, let's like you said, let me go out and start working with other people, instead of just being like, all right, you rapping by yourself and whatnot. And it's a lot of times not necessarily just because that's how I want it, but more so just, all right, in order to give it the attention that it deserves. Yeah. Like, you got to make sure that like you on a type of time, I'm on a type of time, and whatnot. And so I definitely think now it's like, like you said, you give me that push, hey, let's get this joint going. So, because I know the people in here.
No, most definitely. It's a market for it.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, not to put the seed out in the air, but we gotta make it happen. Especially because it's getting warmer too, man. People need music.
Yeah, they need players ball. I need players ball. The other day, I went to get my glasses, bro. Like yesterday, matter of fact, and I was just riding out, and I was like, man, it feel good. And I stayed outside for a little while, and that definitely hit play on that.
Yeah,
so they need to hit that players ball, man. Really, they need to hit the whole thing, but players ball, that was my favorite off the rip.
Dang.
Yeah, they hit players ball talking about.
Dang, man. I think for a second. Yeah, so it's too many in the vault that, you might as well go ahead and shine lights on. So
no, for sure. And then get to going with the new stuff. But what's next for you though, bro? You pointed out the vision board and all that. When we getting some new mic, man?
Man, some new mic. Shoot, I kind of been trying to figure it out myself. I'm gonna be honest, but more so, I'm kind of more or trying to get more on the wave of just being spontaneous. So like, I don't know, you might see some this week, you might see some tomorrow.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but that's, to be honest, that's really where I'm kind of just still in the test and experimenting wave. I got a project ready. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. But then again, too, like you said, it's funny you mentioned like the collab. I'm really trying to, I got a bunch of songs with, other people and whatnot. And so I'm sure they're ready to go ahead and like, let's let it let the sun hit it, you know.
Press the
Shed
button.
some light on it. So really just more so like collabs. Like I know I got some work with a couple heads. I just let you figure that out when the time comes. Shoot, like other than you, like I know Versace. I mean, after doing that and being able to get on that beat, he already know we got some work coming.
So,
Shoot, I know RJ again. Like really just trying to outsource, man. Like just trying to get that going.
that's what it's
And I
all
just dropped a
about, bro.
video.
We bringing them all together, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. So just I mean, I just dropped a video, so I mean more
Yeah.
visuals and whatnot. But for the most part, yeah, man, just working with other people and within the next month, this, I want to drop something this month, so that's the plan. We're gonna drop something this month.
Oh, for sure, man. Last time I seen you, you was playing me some crazy stuff, bro. So it's there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting to see the rollout when I get to hear it. Same like when you did the top missing Joan. I was like, man, I ain't heard this one
Yeah,
yet. But it finally came out. I was like, yo, finally.
yeah, man. Shoot, it's trying to get it right. I guess you gotta. It's weird. Certain songs where it's like I'll make them and it's like, dang, I wish I could do what I wanted to do with them, but it's like, all right, you just
Yeah,
gotta
when you
wait.
sit with them for a while, man, you start viewing them in such different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so just trying to figure out, okay, because I guess with packaging your music and whatnot, just trying to figure out, all right,
Yeah, the
what's
rollout.
yeah, a lot of stuff I ain't even gotta say. So like, mainly just trying to figure out, okay, just making it easy to intake. Not only for me, but for just everybody else that's gonna be able to get their hands on it.
For sure.
So yeah, man.
Man, we always up, we always working. Anytime you send me something, I got you, bro. So if anything you
Oh
need
yeah.
me for, I'm
Oh
more than
yeah.
willing to rap. Sometimes a feature will push me to get to working on my own stuff for sure.
Yeah, and it's funny. One thing I will say, you're gonna be on the next project. That's one thing I do know. You're gonna be on the next project I drop. So that's a definite, because like, we kind of both from the same spot, in terms of, we go back Norfolk State,
Yeah,
and whatnot. Shoot, counting class.
yeah, yeah.
So you already know the vibes. So we definitely gotta, we gotta go up. So
And we ain't missed yet either in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Songs we do have, and the ones that's out and the ones that's not out, they top tier to me.
yeah, no, most definitely. That's
So
no question.
we're gonna keep
Shoot.
feeding the people, man. I appreciate you for tapping in and joining the live, you know what I'm saying? Being a part of the project. Hopefully, somebody else will pull up. I'm trying to get as many people in here as I can. I'm about to put Versace on again. I think he's still in here. If Caleb might be in here, I don't know. I'm gonna figure it all out as I go. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So,
lining the schedules up. I
for
feel
sure.
that,
I
man.
appreciate you though, bro, for real.
No, I appreciate you, G. Like I said, hey, it's an honor, bro.
For
So
sure, man. One love. Tap in with me offline though, bro.
already.
Word up.
I don't know if you can hear it in the background.
Say what now?
I don't know if you can hear it in the background.
What's that?
It's
Oh yeah. Stepping on Versace. That's the one. I told you that's the beat they going crazy over.
and
How does it
actually,
feel, man? That's the question. How does it feel? What's up with it?
how does it feel?
We out here. We know that
I don't
we
know.
got
Like
something, bro.
it don't feel like y'all was saying. Like it don't feel like a album release, but I know it is. So it's
Yeah.
the in person feeling, like the fans, it's all that. It's just not even. I don't know. Like I know it's there, but it's not. It's not the way I thought I would see it at first. But I mean, sign of the times. Just something to get used to. So
For sure, bro. Man, what's your favorite beat on there? I feel like that's a great question.
I
Cause
was actually about to ask you
I
my
gotta ask you
favorite.
first, because you say you ain't like, the beats off rip, so I gotta know it.
Favorite.
It's like
It's
pick a
probably
beat.
1,000 Presidents too.
Huh. Interesting.
1,000 Presidents too.
I was
1,000
happy that you
Presidents.
decided to you sent me that one. Just because like, the whole just with Dead Presidents with Jay-Z, Jay-Z's like my favorite ever. So with Dead
Right.
Presidents 1 and 2 with that, like of course 1,000 Presidents comes from that, but I had never really thought about even doing a part 2 until you had sent it. Cause like even J. Cole did a Dead Presidents 1 and 2. You feel me?
Right.
So I was happy you sent me that one. But what makes that your favorite?
I think the fact that everybody has flipped it,
Yeah, just a
it just made it
classic.
more. Yeah, it's like, and the fact that it is a classic, you can't mess it up.
Exactly.
You have to come 100%. So it was more of a challenge for me. Yeah,
You
definitely
get to
more of a
put
challenge
yourself
for me.
though in them challenging spots, man. That's where we become diamonds,
You
man.
know?
For sure.
Come on, what's up, bro?
Yes, sir. You ain't busy, are you?
Nah, man, it was good. I'm actually just buying past some time. I'm over here at the beach. You know, sounds like I was meditating earlier, but I get on the call around 6 o'clock, man.
For sure.
Tap in real estate. But what's up with you, bro?
Man, we just here talking about that Goodfellas. I was hoping, I'm gonna put this on YouTube afterward, but I had Andre in here, man. We was talking about you guys, just talking about how the whole process of that song came together. You feel me?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If you want to dive into when I first sent it to you, because like I said, I was telling the people, I'm like, man, as soon as I sent it to you, the song might be 4 minutes. By like the 5th or 6th minute, you had threw the video right back to me, and I'm like, man, that's right, perfect. That's it right there. That's all I needed.
No, that's facts, bro. Honestly, when I heard it, I was like, I said, man, this dude, he really on his way. And it's not even the thing, Marcus, where it's like you on your way because I say so or anything. It's like the stuff you putting out, bro. It's real music. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing, no gimmicks. It's just you, bro. And a lot of people nowadays, a lot of people fight, for that. What? People's attention span is what? 8,
Small.
14 seconds. A lot of a lot of people with their music, a lot of people's words, behaviors, actions, everything that they do, they fighting for like that 14, 8 second slot, bro. They just fighting for people's attention. And when you get to the point of your craft or like your music, when you're not fighting for nobody's attention, it's a thing where it's like you telling the story and you telling something that's real, and you're articulating, saying your experience, or you just creating art, and you like the real go appreciate it. The people who need it go receive it. When you get to that point, bro, it's like you just go to another level in your artistry and the things that you do, and you really like separate yourself, whether it's like long term down the road or even if it's now, but it's like when it's your time, you'll get put on, bro. And I think about people like Big Crit, bro. Big Crit been making good music.
It's crazy that you say that, bro, because Andre was literally talking about Big Crit. I wish I would have been in here together,
Bro, Crit, he been making good music.
for sure.
If you like, whoever don't know, check him out. His name is Big Crit, right? But bro, people just now getting put on the Big Crit.
Yeah.
Even Nipsey been produced, but he been making good music.
Forever.
And honestly, for his latest album he put out, the Victory Lap, that song was crazy. It was
It was the
musical,
next level.
bro. It was musical from A to Z. But even for like guys like him, he been making good music, bro. Like J. Cole, been making good music. Different people like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying about you when I heard your stuff. I said, okay, and I'm not comparing you to any of them or anybody, because rightfully so, and good, respectfully, in good regards, you're different from them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You are you.
Yeah.
But like when I heard stuff, I was like, yo, I heard a lot. I done heard a lot of songs in my day, bro. I done heard a lot of songs. But I'm like, yo, this ain't no song right here, man. This music.
No, that's
so like, yeah, bro. I had to throw that joint in there, man. And that was from the heart too, bro. Like that wasn't even scripted, Marcus. None of
I'm
that stuff.
already knowing.
Yeah, bro. All that stuff came straight from the heart, bro. But yeah.
So what you think about like the project as a whole? Cause I was gonna ask you tonight, but I seen it, the huddle. But we here now. We having our own huddle right here. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. You said what I think about the project?
Like as a whole, yeah.
No, it was dope, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the different people, the different features you had too.
Yeah.
They blended well, bro. You know what I'm saying? Of course your bars always be on point and everything, but like musically, I could kind of like hear a couple of or see a couple videos
Yeah,
with the
that's what we
song.
talking about now, man, for sure. Just trying to figure out the right way to roll everything out. But we have to do that.
You see what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, he asked some visual cities on, they gonna be crazy.
No, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
But yeah, bro, I try
Yeah,
to, just capture the art aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? Just try to make something bigger than a regular old album, and I attribute a lot of that to like the conversations we have offline, you know what I'm saying? Because all that, it just goes back into the motivation, People don't know that when I did quit my job, you were one of the first people that I called, you know what I'm saying? And we chopped it up. So, that took me into a whole new mode.
listen, yeah, bro, that's real.
No, for
That's
sure,
real.
man. I
Definitely
appreciate
called
it,
me too.
bro.
You definitely called me. And anybody else is like, damn, bro, why the hell you quit your job, man?
It's on the album. They got to listen to the album, and then they'll figure it out
They,
right there.
listen, y'all in here, go cop that album, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Go get that joint. Download it, I know iTunes now. Yo, that's another question. I got a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people, they promote their stuff differently, but like, you know how with iTunes and everything, a lot of people on iTunes and SoundCloud,
Mm-hmm.
my boy DJ said you gotta follow your passion. Yes, sir. You definitely do. But you know how a lot of people on like iTunes and SoundCloud, if none of that stuff existed, bro, do you think a lot of artists that we hear or we see now, you think they'll be relevant?
Whoever that is, it's on iTunes. Who that DJ? It's on iTunes, bro. But nah, I don't think
Yeah,
they're relevant. The
yeah,
link
it's
in my
on.
bio, but
Yeah, Goodfellas.
I don't think they'd be relevant just because music became so easy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like, cause think about it. Even like for me, for some people it's positive, it's negative. All I got is this mic in the background and a laptop. That's all I use. You feel me? And I'm able to have. I got FL on my laptop, of course, but that's my whole studio vibe. But
right.
is less work, And for me, I'm somebody that studied the era when people had CDs loaded in their trunk, you know what I'm saying? And they was handing out CDs or either making the money going platinum in the hood first before, they ever sold a real record, you know what I'm saying? So now
Right.
with SoundCloud and just the way the attention spans, as you said earlier, it's so many artists, bro. There's so many artists. There's so many different sounds. It's a whole different ball game. There's more space, you know what I mean? Where back in them days, you didn't have to build your base. You know what I mean? Like you came in and you got developed based off your skill. Like artist development is kind of non-existent now. You know what I'm saying? That's why social media has become a thing because that's the new. This is how the people are gonna get my personality. Versus you learn how to do your interviews. You learn the proper etiquette and stuff that goes along with that. So now you literally have a whole bunch of people that are able to have access to all of this. You know what I mean? Like you used to have to go to the label. Now you can go to Instagram and you can catch your hit. You go to TikTok, you can catch a hit easily.
Bro, what?
Radio is
No,
almost non-existent.
the game is changing, bro. And honestly, radio is like slowly but surely on its way out. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're talking about what's the radio called? Sirius XM,
Yeah,
like different
that's
like
what I
that.
listen to when I listen to the radio. That's why you say that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing where it's like, bro, the game is changing, but like people that make good stuff, people that make good music,
Yeah,
right? People that content is real, it's gonna survive the times, bro.
most definitely. That's how I always. That's my whole thing that keeps me going in it, bro, for sure. Because where it's, and even like, I think about how I listen to music. You know what I mean? I'm able to find artists that I like. You know what I mean? They make that type of content that I want to hear. Where they might
Yeah,
not be the most popular, but it's still a market for it. And then like I always say, I see the people who are able to. And this is another thing when it comes to iTunes and Spotify and all that. It's still other platforms like Bandcamp that I talk about that you're able to put your project out, charge for it, and when you get paid 24, 48 hours, you're getting that right to you directly versus when you're using Apple and all that stuff, you got 2-3 months before you even see the money from the project that you put out. You know what I mean? And then
yeah.
the value of a stream is so low. I think, I don't know the exact number, but man, it take a couple hundred streams before you even get to the equivalent of one sale. So I try to kind of push for the people to
Mm.
buy it. You know what I mean? Of course, we love streams, but essentially what that just doing it is robbing artists.
No, that's facts, bro. My boy DJ in here going crazy. He said podcast is going to be the only thing that stay. No, that's facts. But now the game changed, bro. But it's dope too. And
Yeah,
honestly, Marcus, that's another thing that separates you too, bro. Is like, and this is not a moment gas Marcus up. I'm just telling you the truth, bro. And if anybody, you know what I'm saying, if you come on here too, I say more positive things about you too. But bro, one of the things about you that's different is you got like a business acumen.
yeah,
You got a business approach. You got that mentality to where it's like it's not just music for you.
of course.
And that's where that longevity kicks in, bro. Because a lot of people, they just in the music mode, bro. And they don't understand the business. And a lot of people get Vaseline like that.
Yeah,
Whether it's the 3 deals or, you know what I'm saying, whether it's you might get more upfront money, then you get royalties. Not understanding that royalties is really what you want. You want equity, you want ownership, like just
exactly.
different stuff like that, bro. And you got to really understand your position and where you at now, mentally, financially, and just what works for you now. Because honestly, like you might be able to do a little bit better with some upfront money, even in the long term right now. But it's the thing, you just gotta respect your situation.
Yeah,
Most support, you gotta be aware of it, bro. But your business acumen is crazy, bro. And even if you don't like, you're going to do great in music, but like you can diversify, you can spread out into different areas, even if you wanted to. Whether it's being an A&R, you know what I'm saying, or
exactly.
establishing a label, like the sky is the limit, bro. You feel me? You're not just like one dimensional. You're not
No,
just like you ain't just J.R. Smith with it. And he cool. I ain't got no disrespect. No disrespect to J.R., but you're not J.R. Smith with it. You know what I'm saying? You like, you on your way to get into that Kyrie Irving level to where it's like, not only do you play offense, you play defense, or Klay Thompson.
yeah,
You feel what I'm saying? But like, yeah, bro. It takes time, though. That stuff don't happen overnight.
no, for sure, bro. That's why we got to put the work in now, and we got to make the connections with the people that keep us motivated, support us. We support them, and then we got everything we need. We got a person to do this, a person to do that. We all come together. We all get this bread, start this movement up. That's what it's gonna be.
Bro, the Goodfellas.
Straight
Hey,
up,
Goodfellas, man.
man.
Let me ask you a question, too. What made you call that Goodfellas? Because,
Man,
like,
where's
I
my?
kind of I kind of got that, like, mob up. Like,
That's
we all
kind of
got
that's what it
tips.
was. It was literally, man. I watched Goodfellas, right? I watched the movie. That's where it kind of came from, and just Martin Scorsese is, if you're familiar with just how the movie talk is, he's regarded as like one of the best directors ever. You know what I'm saying? So from there, I started watching more like mafia and mob movies, and one of the main principles in that is just kind of taking care of your family, just standing on what family is. And of course, it's a whole lot of other things that come through with it, but I try to redefine it. You know what I mean? And we're gonna build it off the principle of what that is, and we're gonna make it. That's why I say a real good fella based on real definition. But I
Come on,
wanted to
bro.
make it to move like that, cause I feel like it's like a mafia. You know what I mean? It's like, and even just a friend of mine, just the lingo of it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. We all trying to get to the top. So when I make a song like Black Business, that's most definitely mafia music. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's my form of it. And then just the way the production is, you know what I'm saying? Some of it's gritty, some of it's jazzy, it's luxurious. It's all that at one time. So I feel like that kind of, it just defined it, bro. And I wanted to redefine it into that, you know what I mean? Take the word gangster and make it mean something completely different.
That's good. Gangsters taking care of your family.
Exactly. That's really what it all is about, you know what I mean? That's something that I've consistently always said in all of my music. So I wanted to do it a different way. And Versace is Martin Scorsese and I'm Robert De Niro, you know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Now that's real. I don't know who I am, but shit, I'm Caleb, boy. I'm Caleb. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Another thing I want to just throw out there to you too, just like a quick, you know what I'm saying? It might be a gem or whatever, but think about this too, bro. Like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do
Now,
or
I'm
how to
taking it all in.
facts or how to operate or how to run your stuff, but definitely think about, like, you know about that digital art, right?
Yeah.
Right. Definitely think about tapping into that, but incorporating your brand and everything that you do with your brand into that, bro. Whether you talk about creating digital art for maybe you might do 1 or 2 songs, right? Depending on which songs really go like that. Consider like doing some type of digital art or linking up with an artist who can like kind of bring whatever you talk about in your song to life and then creating like an art from that. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
See, you
and
saying
tap.
that's pretty interesting too. Because me and Versace, we tried to find like a virtual art show. That's something we tried to figure out how to do, but it was like you couldn't put the music in the background really to be the soundtrack to it. You know what I mean?
No, that's cool, but that's the thing though. Like you can kind of you you ever go to like a sip and paint, and it's a thing where like you listen to a song
Yeah,
and what you get from the song, you start painting, you
exactly.
start putting together that picture. You can get like a real artist, and I know a couple of them. My boy Anthony, you know what I'm saying? He definitely solid. And DJ, you know him too, but bro, he's one of the dopest artists I know. But tapping in with different people like that and getting them to like listen to your content, right, or your
Yeah,
stuff, and kind of create like a portrait or a picture based on what they get from it, and then kind of just packaging that, and it might be physical at first, but transition and turn it into something digital. You know what I'm saying, in the future, because honestly, that's where a lot of different stuff really moving. You know what I'm saying, down the road, but just an idea. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Man, that's a great idea right there for sure. You got plug me in with them people for sure whenever you get a chance. I know you a busy guy.
But don't worry about it, bro. I definitely reach out to Anthony. You know what I'm saying, send you his profile and reach out to him, and the same way I did with DP, and
No
DP
doubt.
another good dude too, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I sent
serious.
the project for sure.
You see what I'm saying? And he I don't know if he told you or not, but he gave me some some positive feedback about yourself. He said, "Yo, he dope." Just
Yeah,
told you to keep making your music. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going.
man,
But
it's
yeah,
all love around the board.
relationships is everything though, dog. I'm learning that now.
Yeah, that's
Real.
exactly what this was. Like I said, I never really worked with too many people outside my main circle. So for this, I tapped in with
Yeah,
artists I had never worked with, and it turned out great.
that's all right. Facts, man. I want to take over your live though, man.
Nah, I was gonna
Cause I'm
say,
about to
I
slide in a
appreciate
little
you. I
bit.
know you gotta go though.
Nah, you cool, bro. Just all love, man. I appreciate you for having me on here.
Like,
Real
thank you
talk.
for joining, bro, for real.
Yeah, I know Versace ready to hop back on here, man.
Oh
He
yeah,
had technical difficulties. But
no, good though. Love, bro.
what my boy Sachi say? That's Versace you stepping on.
Straight up, forever.
Hey,
But all right, bro.
peace,
Love.
love, man.